Family squabble ends in bloodshed on the East Coast. One East Coast family home vandalized after confronting neighbors about illegal drugs. In the region, Brazil reforms pensions to boost economy. And internationally, South Korea's dust crisis. Budget rise aim to tackle pollution. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. President David Granger returned to Guyana on Tuesday night, having completed a scheduled medical evaluation at the Center for Medical Surgical Research. According to Guyana's ambassador to Cuba, Halim Majid, in a statement today said, the CIMEQ medical specialists have expressed complete satisfaction with the state of the president's health and have explained that the president's ailment is now in remission. The president is expected to return to Cuba for another scheduled routine medical check in January of 2020. Thereafter, the next evaluation will be in June of 2020. President Granger was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma by the Cuban medical team late in October 2018 and has been undergoing medical treatment and evaluation by specialists at that institution. A series of verbal altercations between relatives on the east coast of Demerara has reportedly ended with one man dead and his cousin in police custody. Esther Sobers gives us details in this report.
So I don't know how he ended up there. I don't know if they call him or he go just like that.
On Tuesday night, 35-year-old businessman Arvind Dipchan, also known as Krishna, was allegedly murdered by his cousin during a heated altercation at Unity East Coast. Headline News visited Dipchan's home in Good Hope and spoke to his common-law wife, now widow, Bazie Pasod, who related what she heard transpired.
Till about 7 something. One my cousin called me and asked me what happened to Krishna. He said, nothing wrong with Krishna, what happened? His cousin said, wait them, he said, they're Unity. Well, he said that he hears that Krishna went in a fight with his cousin, Mario. And his ex-wife and all of them was involved at the same place where all the fight take place. His ex-wife and her new husband, and they hit him hard on the head and he passed away.
Prasad claims that the suspect, named Mario, is a known criminal. Prasad believes that Dipchan was murdered as he had a heated argument with his ex-wife and her spouse before. His cousin Mario intervened. According to Prasad, this may have stemmed from a previous argument a few days prior. The former couple reportedly argued over payment of child support and the division of property from the home in which Dipchan shared with his common-law wife.
Because the day before, the husband tell my husband, well, his son is living with them, with his mother. He tell my husband how his son is living under his roof. If you want to take him to bicycle, he can take him, and if you want to assault him, he can assault him. My husband said, what you said there? And he didn't repeat back what he said. So they had something against my husband since the day before. Since Monday, because since Monday he pulled a knife on him at the Clambrook police station outside.
So all of this is a deliberate act just to get the house?
Yes. Because he offering her 5 million one time he offer her. She don't want that. She wanted full 7.5 at one time. Or if not, sell the house. The house have to sell.
According to reports, the suspect is currently in police custody assisting with investigations. Headline News will keep you updated as more details arise. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Coming up after the break, the Civil Defense Commission issues high tide warnings, and one East Coast family home vandalized after confronting neighbors about illegal drugs.
Louis styles. Simply different.
Maison Francois chocolatier is a lip really kick, teasing your taste buds. It's handmade, it's chocolate, it's true, it's healthy, organic, delicious, and nutritious. Have a taste of our chocolates, cakes, and much more in a variety of flavors like never before. Try our peppermint, walnut ginger, coconut rum cream, and pistachio. Only at Maison Chocolatier, 45 Garnet Street, Georgetown. And also indulge in our Saturday and Sunday breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea only by reservations. Telephone 648-2619. Maison Francois Chocolatier, the best chocolates you ever have.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient. You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants
while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Eligibility to vote. In order for you to vote in local government elections on the 12th November 2018, you must be 18 years or over, a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a Commonwealth citizen living in Guyana for 1 year or more, registered and living in the municipality or neighborhood democratic council or constituency in which you are desirous of voting to be able to vote under both the proportional representation and the constituency components of the election. You must be listed on the Register of Voters for the municipality or neighborhood democratic council and constituency in which you are desirous of voting. Every eligible citizen has the right and responsibility to vote at local government elections. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or visit GCOM's website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Join GTT in the fight against cancer at the Pinktober 5K and 10K Walk and Run, Saturday, October 26th at Durban Park from 5:30 a.m. Sign up at GTT stores for only $2,000 and make a difference today. Use MMG and pay just $1,500 at select GTT stores. Let's be aware and show that we care. See press for more details or visit gtt.co.gy/Pinktober.
Kissoon's Furniture.
Mega sale. 6 days of savings. And I'm talking mega savings on office furniture, outdoor furniture, bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms,
and carpets and mattresses.
Sale starts October 26th and ends on October 21st at all branches.
It's Kissoon's Furniture.
Mega sale. A Guyanese business for Guyanese people.
Welcome back. The Guyana Civil Defense Commission has issued a warning for high tides during the period Friday, October 25th to Wednesday, October 30th, 2019. According to the Maritime Administration Department, Guyana will experience unusual high tides peaking at 3.31 meters. The Civil Defense Commission wishes to advise the public, particularly those living in low-lying areas such as regions 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, to exercise many precautions in order to minimize damages to property and prevention of any health hazards. A simple request to his neighbor to stop smoking drugs resulted in him having his home vandalized. More from Esther Sobers.
One family from the community of Labon in Tension, East Coast Zamora, is fearing for their safety. Their ordeal began soon after they asked their neighbor and his friends to desist from smoking illegal drugs. According to 56-year-old Ramnot Ramkisoon, the smoke had caused discomfort to him and his wife. Ramkisoon then claims that the neighbor and his friends returned around 8:30 Tuesday evening and vandalized his property by destroying his home window panes. How many persons vandalized your home?
Well, it's two of them I saw with me. Two of them, and there were six of them went in front of me. Six of them.
So what is the reason why it caused these men to come and...
No, well, in front of the yard, there were these two vehicles there in front of the yard, right? If you could see them. They were coming every afternoon and sit down and smoking the drugs. So when they're smoking, then all the drugs smell in the house. So when you tell them that they can't do that in front there, they are nice. But little after the police come up on them and tell them they can't do that. So then go in the yard. So when they come out back from the yard now, 8:30 the night, when they get drunk and high, is then they do this.
Ramkisoon noted that he had made a report to the Bedford-Walkting police station and the police are actively searching for the suspects.
Yesterday morning before I go to the station back, then they walk in the road with a knife. But after them, we didn't see them back.
Did they tell you anything?
No, they ain't telling nothing until the night when they make post.
Headline News had visited the residence of one of the men allegedly involved in the incident and spoke to his mother. According to her, she has no knowledge that her son vandalized Ramkisoon's property or that he is wanted by the police for questioning. However, she claims that Ramkisoon is a nuisance to the community. Headline News contacted the police at the Bedford-Walkting police station, who confirmed that the woman's son was indeed wanted for questioning. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. When we return, Brazil reforms pensions to boost economy, and South Korea does crisis. Budget rise aims to tackle pollution.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have two options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Maison Francois Chocolatier is a little cake teasing your taste buds. It's handmade, it's chocolate, it's true, it's healthy, organic, delicious, and nutritious. Have a taste of our chocolates, cakes, and much more in a variety of flavors like never before. Try our peppermint, walnut ginger, coconut rum cream, and pistachio. Only at Maison Chocolatier, 45 Garnet Street, Georgetown, and also indulge in our Saturday and Sunday breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea only by reservations. Telephone 648-2619. Maison Francois Chocolatier, the best chocolates you ever have.
Eligibility to vote. In order for you to vote in local government elections on the 12th November 2018, you must be 18 years or over, a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a Commonwealth citizen living in Guyana for 1 year or more, registered and living in the municipality or neighborhood democratic council or constituency in which you are desirous of voting to be able to vote on both the proportional representation and the constituency components of the election. You must be listed on the register of voters for the municipality or neighborhood democratic council and the constituency in which you are desirous of voting. Every eligible citizen has the right and responsibility to vote at local government elections. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or visit GCOM's website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Styles. Simply different.
Kissoon's Furniture.
Mega sale. 6 days of savings. And I'm talking mega savings on office furniture, outdoor furniture, bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms,
and carpets and mattresses.
Sale starts October 26th and ends on October 21st at all branches. It's
Kissoon's Furniture.
Mega sale. A Guyanese business for Guyanese people.
Join GTT in the fight against cancer, the Pinktober 5K and 10K Walk and Run, Saturday, October 26th at Durban Park from 5:30 a.m. Sign up at GTT stores for only $2,000 and make a difference today. Use MMG and pay just $1,500 at select GTT stores. Let's be aware and show that we care. See press for more details or visit gtt.co.gy/Pinktober.
Welcome back. In the region, Brazil's politicians have voted to raise the retirement age by 9 years in a bid to boost a sluggish economy. The decision is expected to save the state almost $200 billion over 10 years. Al Jazeera's Alexandria Rampatai reports.
It took months of often acrimonious debate, but in the end, Brazilian Senate passed a sweeping overhaul of the country's pension system.
Está aprovado o texto base.
Senators voted 60-19 in favor of the main text of the reform, delivering a major victory for President Jair Bolsonaro, who considered it his keystone economic proposal.
E em nome do ministro Paulo Guedes, cumprimentar todos.
I want to compliment the entire ministerial team, the Senate of the Republic, the National Congress, and the Chamber of Deputies. It's one of the most difficult issues, but at the same time the most important for Brazil.
Brazilian governments have failed to pass pension reform for decades. The bill promises to reduce the country's huge social security deficit, saving the treasury almost $200 billion over the next decade. It raises the minimum retirement age and increases worker contributions, among other painful measures.
Será uma reforma que vai exigir It will be a reform that will demand that the worker works for longer, pays more for longer, retires later, and certainly earns less than they deserve. This is the reality. But why did we approve it? Because there is no other option. We reached rock bottom.
On Tuesday, Brazilian stock markets hit an all-time high on the expectation of the news, believing the measure will boost investor and business confidence. But it could spark protests on the streets as it did back in July when it passed the lower house, with many Brazilians worried about across-the-board cuts to social programs.
Você aumentar a quantidade de anos é natural, mas
to raise the minimum age, it's natural, but I don't think it's proportional to Brazilian life expectancy. In my case, for example, I don't know if I will be able to retire.
For President Bolsonaro, this is an important political victory in an otherwise controversial tenure, and it opens the door to his next target, an overhaul of Brazil's convoluted tax system. Alessandro Ampieti, Al Jazeera.
And internationally, South Korea's government has announced a record rise in its budget for the coming year, partly to tackle the growing problem of air pollution. The country is preparing for the seasonal buildup of fine dust particles, which pose a health hazard. Al Jazeera's Rob McBride reports.
South Korea's expansionary budget comes as the country deals with mounting challenges. It's facing severe economic fallout from its trade dispute with neighbouring Japan and from the trade war between the US and China. But also an environmental problem it's termed as a social disaster.
If we don't respond properly now, we will have to pay a much bigger price in the near future. This is why an expansionary budget is not a choice, but a must.
As South Korea prepares for winter, it's also getting ready for what normally comes with it. Toxic air. High levels of microdust that turns the skies from this into this. Spending on the environment will increase by nearly 20%, much of that earmarked to tackle air pollution. A new warning system allows the government to close schools, control vehicle use and shut down construction sites. But environmental groups say it's not enough.
The budget to tackle microdust is higher than ever, which shows the government is taking the issue seriously. However, the government's policy mainly focuses on short-term measures. It lacks measures to reduce sources of microdust.
The government points to longer-term solutions, such as increasing the number of electric and hydrogen cars to 1/3 of all vehicles in the next 10 years. Also reducing the amount of power generated from fossil fuels, a task overseen by a presidential committee headed by a former UN Secretary-General.
Our coal consumption is on the rise. Some are criticizing South Korea, even labeling us a climate villain.
The goal is to reduce microdust emissions by 1/3 over the next 2 years. But there's little South Korea can do about pollution from neighbouring China, which increases as winter sets in and power plants burn more coal. Beijing has been cutting down on pollution in recent years, but people here are still at the mercy of what the prevailing winds bring. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Seoul.
Here's the 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Thursday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.